have an awesome full body workout for you. Just need a few pieces of equipment and some space. You're gonna need a set of dumbbells, or if you only have one, I'll give you some options for one dumbbell and or a band, and again, just some space. So we're gonna spend our time in 5-minute blocks, 2 exercises paired together. However, at the beginning of each block, we're gonna have an exercise with a 15 rep kind of buy-in. So you have to do that 15 reps of that exercise, and then you can go into the 2 exercises paired together. So we'll have 4 different chunks like that, and that'll take us through our workout. So the first chunk we're gonna do is a 15 rep squat buy-in. So first we started off 15 squats. You could take that into a plyometric and squat jump, 15 of those. Then the 2 exercises we are going to pair together are wood chops. So you can take a light to moderate dumbbell from a standing position. Think about kind of going down on a diagonal, bringing it in, and then putting it on a shelf, and then back down. So keeping torso neutral, think about using the legs and hips to take you down, bring it in close, put it on that shelf, back down. So we're gonna do 8 of those each side, okay? And then we are going to do a single leg deadlift. So you can, again, use those 2 dumbbells, single leg, reaching back, again, hips going back, and then coming back up together. If you do have just a band for resistance, you could throw that underneath one foot, and again, lowering down that same way. You'll have that tension at the top. All right, so those are our 2 rep-wise. We are going to do 8 chops each way and 8 single leg deadlifts each side, and then we'll take a break. All right, guys, ready? So we have 5 minutes on the clock, and time starts now. Here we go. So 15 squats first. So 15 squats. Once you're done with those squats, you're gonna go 8 chops each side, 8 single leg deadlifts each side. Good. Fully down with those hips, just underneath where the knees are. Okay, once you got those 15, you're gonna do 8 of the chops each side, and 8 of those single leg deadlifts. So I'm gonna pretend doing this chop here, come down, up, and across, down, up, and across. So we got 8 each direction. So again, it's just kind of a good dynamic rotational movement. I am kind of nursing a shoulder injury, that's why I don't have a weight. And again, you can do the same, listen to your body and make those modifications. Once you got those 8, shift. So reach down, still keeping that chest lifted, bring it in close, push it up and across. So just kind of hold that dumbbell end to end, like so. Keep it close on the way up. So reach, tuck it in. Once you got your 8, single leg deadlift. Okay, so you can load that either with dumbbells or band like I showed. You do a single dumbbell, 2 dumbbells. Again, drive that leg into the ground, lowering at the hip, coming back up. You feel that come through the back of the leg. So slight bend to the knee as you go down. Drive the heel down, straighten leg as you come up. I'll show you that from the side here. Always think about using the legs to take you down. Don't reach the arms first. That's what'll get you thrown off. Again, soft knee, straight leg as you come up. The thing too is keep those dumbbells and hands right by the leg. If you reach too far out, you're gonna lose some of that tension at the core. Okay, once you got that 8, you're back to that wood chop. So again, grab the dumbbell, coming down on the outside, put it on the shelf. Down. Make sure you're pivoting the feet, pivoting the knees. Okay? And our back stays flat, so I'm not rounding through my back. Back stays flat. Other direction. Pivot, reach up. Nice, guys. A few more. Okay, then back to legs. So if you're still working on those chops, finish them up. So if you have one dumbbell, it doesn't matter which side you use. On this, you just want to pick the side that you feel most balanced. Okay, and as you go down, you want to watch those hips should stay parallel and squared off, whoa, to the ground. If you're having a really hard time balancing, not really feeling the benefit through the legs there, you could keep your dumbbells and just keep 2 legs on the ground. So same motion through the hips, pushing them back, bringing them back underneath the shoulders. Same exact thing, just with both feet on the ground. Okay, once you got those 8 each leg, back to that chop. We're into our last minute of work here. Okay, almost there. And then we'll move on. We get 2 new exercises with that first 15 to kick it off. Good. Keep going. Keep pivoting those feet, turning the hips, and then switch. So I have a feeling our time's gonna end here in a second. If you're on one side and you've already done the other, make sure you finish those reps up. You'll have enough time while I talk about the next side. Finish them out. Whether it was the legs or the chop. And then once you're done, just give it a shake, and we're gonna get 2 new exercises. So same deal, we're gonna do 15 reps of something to start. That something is gonna be 15 glute bridges. So feet close to the hips, back flat to start. And we're pushing down through our feet, pressing the hip bones to the ceiling, lowering back down. You could always pop a weight on the hips if you want a little added resistance to those 15. Then, whoa, it's gonna get fun here. Squat to press, 1 dumbbell. So dumbbell at the shoulder, feet in that squat position, hips go down. Think about staying even through the torso, tuck it back in. We're gonna do 5 each side, and then a dumbbell pull through. So plank or push-up position. You're gonna pull that dumbbell from left to right, pulling with the opposite arm so it comes across. Okay, and then you're gonna hit 5 each side there. So 5 squat to press on one arm, 5 the other, and then 10 pull throughs. And then we're gonna cycle through that for the 5 minutes. But remember, we have the 15 bridges first. Option here on the squat to press, if you only have 1 moderate dumbbell, you could go here and just do 10 instead of hitting each arm. You could also do a squat to press with a band. Again, band at the shoulders and press up over that way. So with my shoulder thing, I'm gonna be going the band, but again, you guys can stick to that 1 dumbbell each side. All right, time. So, perfect. Here we go, 15 glute bridges. Is gonna start it, and then get right into that squat to press. 15, pushing down, lifting up. Should feel all through glute, hamstring. Keep feet flat. If you want, you can also start to lift the toes. Push down through those heels exclusively. Biggest thing is you should not feel that you're lifting at your low back. Hips, glutes. Once you got 15, guys, hop up, squat to press, 5 each side, or if you have to do 1 dumbbell or a band, 10 total. So as you're going through, Keep that weight close by, hips down towards heels, big reach to the ceiling. So even with that one dumbbell, as you press up, try to arch back, really lock those ribs down, core engaged as you press overhead. Same with the squat. Think about squatting evenly through both legs. Once you got that, you're in that plank and you're pulling that dumbbell through. Okay. 10 total of the plank pull-throughs, and start that dumbbell on one side. If you don't have a dumbbell, you find kind of your object to pull through. If you have nothing, just tap the shoulders 10 times. Okay. Hips squared off. Don't be going much higher than your shoulders. Okay, and then right back to that squat to press. One dumbbell on one side, or both arms working together. Good. 5 each, 10 total. Breathe as you go through. Good. Remember, it's not a race, so if you have a challenging weight, make sure you're pushing that weight, finding a load that's gonna be challenging for those reps. And then we pull through. So on this plank, try and keep kind of even pressure through the toes. Don't want any dancing hips. At it. Okay, so just about 2 minutes left in this section. We will not end up coming back to these, so make sure you're giving it your all. I know sometimes we trick you and do it all again. Good. Big reach, ribs down. Good job, guys. Way to stay with it here. Again, paying attention what you're feeling, what the body's doing as you go through these moves. So lock this torso in, abs tight. Plenty of time. Looks like we're getting another set here. So when I talk about those ribs, sometimes when we go up, so here, see how they're locked down? Sometimes I see this when we press. We want to avoid that. You can do that with a band or dumbbell. So that core neutral at the top. To that 10 total. So we got about 20 seconds. All right, that's time, guys. So if you need to even out a right-left arm, go ahead and even it out, and we'll get into our next 5-minute chunk. Okay, so sticking with using our dumbbells, or again, I'll show you a band option. Same deal, except for now our 15, that first exercise of 15, it's gonna be a skater jump each side. So 1, 1. I want you to make it athletic, sit into it. There should be a little bit of a down and up out of that leg. So 15 each side. And then our 2 exercises, we have an alternating bent over row. So hips go back to get you in that hinge position. We're gonna shoot for 8 each side. Okay, if you have 1, that's fine. Just reach that other arm to center you out. Do 8 and then switch. And then your bent over row with a band, doubled up. And then again, in that hinge position, rowing back. Then we're gonna do a skull crusher. We're gonna do 10 total. So it's 8 rows each side and then 10 skull crushers. So if you have lighter weights, you can have them both bend the elbow and then push up that way. Or if you have a little bit heavier one, to do it one arm, you're gonna hold end to end and then bring that dumbbell back towards the forehead and push up overhead like so. Okay, so that's what we're working with. If you do not have a dumbbell, you could come over on the knees here. You can do a tricep push-up, or if you're strong enough, you can go from the toes into that. So I threw a lot at you. 15 skaters, alternating bent over row, and then we lay back for the skull crusher. Cool, so again, 5 minutes on the clock. Let me see here. All right, here we go, guys. 15 jumps. Make sure you don't trip over a dumbbell you have out. And again, getting down and up. On the side, you see my hips go down a little, and I push off. Stick to landing. Or 15 each way. We're here a little bit. If you're done, go into those bent over rows. So band or dumbbells, always start it from the top up. So grab your dumbbells, start at the top, hinge with those hips. 8 each. Good, elbow close to the body. Okay, and then you're gonna lay back. So you can do that tricep push-up if you don't have any weights. If you have a fairly heavy, you can go end to end, or if you have a light to moderate, you can hold 1 dumbbell in each arm and go through that skull crusher like that. So 10 total. I'm sure you're ahead of me now. 10 total. So as you reach back, elbows point right to that ceiling. Once you got that 10, back into that bent over row. 8 each. Again, set it up from the top, get into that hinge, weight in the legs. So I'm gonna be pulling back towards you and not really out to the side. Sometimes people will get too far up into their neck. So think about that elbow coming back towards you. Shoulder blades moving. And then skull crusher. Lay it down. And here's where you just kind of breathe. You should feel this coming through the back of the arm, tricep area. Again, once you got that 10, pop it back up, bend over row. This one will be able to get a decent amount of reps in here. If this bent over position does start to get to you, you can sometimes kick a leg back as a kickstand, or if you're still having trouble, get rid of the dumbbell, find a chair to lean into, or a higher table, end table. You can do a supported row there. Again, just hitting 8 each. We'll even it out here. And then back to skull crushers. Hopefully you guys are doing great. Got about 2 minutes left. So lots of time. Again, you're gonna get at least one more full set. Don't really hit your head like I just did. Oh. All right, we're getting there. Alternate. Magic numbers 8. And those skull crushers. Again, so right behind. Some of you, depending on, you need a little bit more stretch, you can reach just a little bit further back behind. It's going to stretch down deep into that tricep where it comes up into the shoulder. A little bit harder, so just watch. Again. All right, looks like there's time. Finishing those up, let's get back up. See another set of rows. Using up that clock. And that's time, guys. All right, shake it out. We're gonna have one more 5-minute section with that 15-minute exercise in the first. Okay, 15 reps of push-ups. So before we do this next set of 2 exercises, you have to complete 15 push-ups. It doesn't have to be all in a row. You might have to do a few, stretch, do a few, but 15. And then you get to go into reverse lunges and a leg lift or a core exercise that I'm gonna show you. So you can load this with 1 dumbbell, you can load it with 2, or you can do a body weight. So we're gonna go reverse lunge. Okay, if you do have trouble with lunging, you can split the feet and work a split squat. So 8 each, and then you're gonna lay down, dumbbell or some sort of object. So leaning just slightly back in those hands for balance, core engaged. We're gonna lift our legs up and over that dumbbell. So legs kind of stay straight. So that way we have that long lever working those lower abdominals, and we're taking it side to side, tapping the ground on the other side. And that's gonna be 10 total. So 8 lunges each side, 10 taps right and left total. And we're gonna just go back and forth between those 2 things. So if you guys are ready, we're gonna hit those push-ups first. 15, remember, doesn't necessarily have to be unbroken, just work to get to 15, and then you go into those lunges. It can be from toes or knees. All right, I have your time. Here we go. Full range. So option would be to go to knees. Okay, just make sure hips are forward, core engaged, or you could elevate on a couch. Okay, so you could take the hands up or on like a bench at the table, something of that nature. Okay, once you got that 15, you're lunging. So 8 each leg. Again, you can go 2 dumbbells, you could go 1 dumbbell. So 90 degrees through each leg. Each, so just count to 16. If you're doing that split squat, you You'll stay on the one side. Okay, then you're gonna plop it down. Again, kind of scooch back from it, so almost as if your legs are straight and they would hit that dumbbell or object. Slight lean back, keep tension to the belly. Up and over, make a little rainbow. Once you got 10, back to that lunge. Now, if that 10 wasn't enough for you core-wise, you could always double it and go 20 total. Right back, lunging through. So again, you could have 2 dumbbells down by your side. This is our last section. So that's where you know you can just kind of give it what energy you have left. Okay. And long lever, legs kind of stay glued together. Good. All right, back up. So you probably have about 2.5 minutes left. Probably gonna get about 2 sets. Dropping that back knee right underneath. Keeping that weight centered. Great, just kind of overall full body here. Good, again, kind of exhale that belly, or from the belly. I wish we could just exhale it away. Okay. But when you're engaging that core, again, it's important, don't just suck in, but actually think about that breath pulling it in. So when we breathe, our belly should kind of expand and contract. When you exhale, that belly button pulls in tight, and that's how we keep our tension. So just a couple more. Almost there. Remember, we're hitting 8 each. All right, last one, we're gonna put it down, lay back. Again, long legs, exhale from here, up and over. So 10 total, maybe 12 total, anywhere from 10 to 20. You know what challenges you. Woo! All right, made it. Awesome job, guys. So get some water, kind of take some time to stretch out if you need. Thank you for putting in the work and hitting play and joining us. Have a good one.